Today we're going to be talking about frame products that you can use to coat your frame once it has been stripped and ready to be painted. Three major products that I'm going to be reviewing today: KBS Coatings, POR 15, and Summit Chassis Paint. All three are going to be in gloss black. I'm also going to show you long-term results on three different trucks where these products were applied for at least a year or more. Okay, first up we're going to talk about KBS Coatings. KBS Coatings has roughly 500 reviews on Amazon, and not all of them are positive. Something you need to know about KBS Coatings is a three-step system. You need to do a cleaning, an etching, and a final scrubbing before you can actually apply the product. That makes this product more time-consuming than the rest. That is something that you need to consider. Next up is POR 15. POR 15 has over 10,000 positive reviews on Amazon. It does not require a three-step process. You just need to clean the frame, use some sort of acetone product to clean it, and then you're ready to apply the product. Summit Chassis Paint requires that you clean off the frame, clean it with some sort of acetone product, prime it either in regular primer or rusty metal primer, and then actually apply the product. This particular product is different than the rest because it's a spray paint. Now, unlike a regular spray paint can, it has a wider range of spray, which makes it a little bit better, but it is a different application process than POR 15 and KBS Coating. What we're going to do next is we're going to go out, we're going to look at these three different trucks. I'm going to show you the long-term results of each of them, and then we'll come back in and I'll give you my recommendation on which product you should use for your project. Okay, so the first frame we're going to look at here is on my 1979 F250 regular cab. I painted this frame with POR 15 in January of 2023 and has been sitting outside for over 6 months at this point. The adhesion on this frame is very good. There has been no peeling, cracking, or pulling of any of the paint anywhere on the frame. This frame was mechanically stripped using a wire wheel, and it had light to moderate rust throughout the frame. Again, this was POR 15, and I applied POR 15 on the frame using a paint roller. And you can see it looks really, really nice. Everywhere it looks nice, in and out, all around, and it is not pulling anywhere, and it's still shiny and glossy after many months of sitting outside here in the Northeast. The back of the frame all looks good. It looks great everywhere. Axles were also done with POR 15, and they are still holding up really nice as well. Looking around the back, you can see up in the corners, it's holding up really nice. Really, really nice everywhere on the POR 15. Okay, next truck we're going to look at is a 1979 F350 Super Cab. This frame was also mechanically stripped with a wire wheel, and that was actually done in 2017, and I applied Summit Racing Chassis Paint on this frame in 2017 to 2018 or so, and it has been sitting outside ever since. So it has a little bit of dirt on it, dust and debris, but you can see it has held up pretty darn good. No peeling anywhere. Really nice shape. I did the springs in it, I did the axles with the Summit Chassis Paint, and it looks good. It really does. I really don't have any complaints considering how long ago I did this. You can see all along it's still holding really nice. It has good bite everywhere with the paint all the way up to the front. And this truck has not sat inside. It has been sitting outside the entire time. Maybe except for a few short months here or there while I had it in while I was working on stuff. And you can see inside of the frame rails, it's had water sitting in it, snow, and it's still, all the paint is still there. It has not peeled. I did the radiator support with it. It looks great. And again, this was essentially 5 years ago that I put this paint on, and it's still good. The worst spot right here on the galvanized inner fenders, it did start to peel in this one spot. I'm not sure why it peeled on the spot. Maybe it doesn't like the galvanized metal as much, but regardless, still held up really well. I also painted the underneath of the truck with the Summit chassis paint, and that has also held up really well. No issues with that anywhere. And I forgot to mention, on the green truck, that was POR 15 underneath the entire truck, and that held up really well underneath the cab. So just going back really quick, you can see the entire under the cab and the bed is all POR 15. No issues with either of these products across the board concerning that. Now the last truck I'm going to take you to, it is a 2011 GMC 2500 HD. This frame was also mechanically stripped, cleaned with solvent, and installed KBS coating on it. Let's get under the truck here the best we can. I did this frame in November of 2022, and the coating has been on this frame for about a year outside. Let's take a closer look here. Not so good. Not so good at all. And as we go through this frame, you're going to see that as a common trend. Rust already coming through on the front of the frame. Peeling on the front of the frame. Complete rust through on the front frame horns. We got good bite on the side of the frame, but again, peeling, especially around bolts. It peeled. POR 15 and the Summit chassis paint did not peel around any bolts. Nowhere. No lift off of any kind. Okay, let's go down to the side. Let's look underneath here. Pretty good bite on the outer part of the frame, but look, rust. Going down the side, pretty good bite on the in and outside. On the inner part of the frame, I just had it up on the lift the other day, peeling on the inside of the frame, especially where there was heat, such as on in or around the catalytic converters. It started to peel. This frame had mostly light rust. Some spots had heavy rust. And the worst part of this frame is now in the back. And this is the part that bothers me the most, because I spent all this time and money installing this product, and look, it is rusting everywhere. After a year, it is completely rusting and lifting off the product. There's no way this should be happening. Absolutely no way. It was completely stripped, cleaned, and coated the correct way per KBS Coatings instructions, and it did not work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back in the shop. I'm going to give you my summary and opinion of all three of these products, being KBS Coating, POR 15, and Summit chassis paint, and tell you what I think you should use for your project. Okay, we looked at the trucks, we saw the long-term results, and the results don't lie. All three trucks were stripped in the same exact method. Used a mechanical stripping device, a wire wheel on a 4-inch angle grinder. That was it, nothing crazy. They were all cleaned similarly. The KBS coating had one additional process, which makes the process overall longer. Let's start with the good and work our way all the way to the bad. Number one, POR 15. It's the most highly rated product on Amazon, and it is the product that I have had the best success with. It requires less steps than KBS Coating, and it's not a spray like Summit is. It's also less toxic in the shop. You will not have as bad of a smell as you do with KBS Coating. This is the product that I would recommend that you use for your projects. It is by far the best overall product. Another product that you could consider is the Summit chassis paint. Although it's a spray paint, maybe you don't want a more permanent application like POR 15. This product could be the right one for you. I have many bottles of it in my shop and in my paint cabinet because I use it all the time on various things. Radiator supports, inner fenders, small little brackets or parts that I don't want to powder coat or put POR 15 on. This is also a great product depending on the application that you want to do, and I've only ever heard good things from other people about it. The last product that we're talking about today is KBS Rust Coating. This product has over 20% of its reviews on Amazon as either less than 5-star or really just overall negative. I had a really bad experience with it. It required way more prep than the other products do, and the end result was way worse than both of these other products. I would recommend that for your truck frame, you avoid using KBS Coatings. Maybe other people have had good experiences. I did not. In addition, I am able to prep and paint a full truck frame with POR 15 doing 2 coats with only 1 quart. With the KBS coating system, I actually needed to step it up to 2 quarts. And then the second quart that I didn't finish all went to waste because when I put the lid on, I could never get it back off again. Another reason to try and avoid this product would be my recommendation to you. So at the end of the day, no matter what kind of truck you're building, if you can use POR 15, this is what I would go with. If you want a spray can, I would go with Summit Chassis. Thanks for watching this episode. On the next episode, I'm actually going to show you how to prep this frame behind me and next to me. We're going to be putting this product on, and I'm going to show you step by step exactly how I did it to get the very best results. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.